Hello and welcome again to Esiwa Kago YouTube channel. And today is a big day. We have a guest today on our YouTube channel, and we will be talking. She will be telling us about her life, all the way from Kenya, how she arrived in America, and how it's been for her in America. And you know what? It's always very interesting when you are listening from the horse's mouth. And without further ado, may I take this chance to welcome our guest today, none other than Binti Karuga. Hi, and welcome to this channel.
Hi.
Yeah, can you tell the viewers something? Your names, who is Binti Karuga, to start with?
Hi. My name is Bint Karuga. I think the way S is pronouncing it is Miss Karuga.
Oh,
Um,
Miss Karuga.
yeah,
Okay.
Miss Karuga. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Essie. I feel so humbled being here in your channel. Um, as you say, my name is Bint Karuga. I come from Kenya, Kirinyaga district. That's where I come from. Yes.
Wow.
Huko mashinani, ndani.
Nice to have you here, and we
Mhm.
can't wait to hear your story. And
Yeah.
so far, we know you came from Kenya, or you come from Kenya, and
Yes.
from Kirinyaga to be specific.
Yes. Be
And
specific. Yeah.
can you
Sorry.
tell us a little more about how you grew up in Kirinyaga? And maybe you can tell us what were some of the things that you did when you were growing up, just to get to know who is Binti Karuga.
Well, I come there in Kirinyaga near Samson Corner, and I grew up like other kids. I was second born of the family, and I just come from a very, very humble family. And I went to rural area, primary school, um, just in Kirinyaga. I went to high school in Kirinyaga, and life was not easy for us. It's the life that we used to go to school without shoes, and my mom was at that time, she's here with me at the moment, but
Wow.
those years when we were growing up, she was a farmer. My mom never been employed, and my dad is deceased now, but she was a policeman, so we were kind of in the middle there. We never lacked something to eat, but we were really struggling in life. Yeah.
Okay. Um,
Yes.
I think so many of us who
Mhm.
were born back then,
Uh-huh.
we had to struggle with one thing or the other, or all of them. So thank God that you never lacked, but for some of us we did.
Yeah.
But we are here today and we thank God. So can you
Yes.
tell me, after you completed your high school, what
Yes.
are some of the jobs that you did?
Oh, well, to go back, Essie,
Mm-hmm.
I I went to high school in a boarding school, but when I was growing up, because as I told you, my mom was a farmer, and we normally saw our dad only on the weekend, like maybe once in a month because
Mm-hmm.
he was a policeman. And when I was like class 5, 6, 7 there,
Mm-hmm.
I started deciding to go to a boarding school because boy, we were really working so hard. Monday, Tuesday, you came from school, your mom is waiting for you to go to harvest, maize, go to fetch water go get water in the rivers.
Jesus.
But Effie, I don't know whether you got lost or, oh, you're back. Oh,
Someone called me.
oh, sorry about that.
Mhm.
So I started desiring so badly to go to a boarding school because we used to work Monday through Friday, and then even Saturday. The only time you had a free time is on a Saturday in the evening because we could go. We will go to the garden, either weeding, because my father, when he was around, we could just go and do the vegetable stuff like skuma. We will plant tomatoes, meshiri. Meshiri is French, right? French
Yeah.
beans.
Yeah, French
Yeah.
beans.
So
Mhm.
we used to get so tired.
Okay.
So that time at class 7, I was really praying to God, please God, just make sure when I finish primary school, I'll go to a boarding school. Because remember, Betty, this how poor we are. When I finished class 7,
Mhm.
class 8, I was, my dad made me repeat again back to class 7 again because my older sister was in high school. So there is no way my dad could afford my school fees. Oh, but it was so frustrating. I never liked to imagine that. It was really frustrating for me. But anyway, so when I was doing class 8 the second time, that's the time I was just, you could see how I was praying God to really please God. Just let me give that money so I can go to a boarding school. And God was faithful. I did my KCPE and I went to high school. So high school, I went to high school, did Form 1, Form 2. In December, when we went home for our holidays, my dad passed in that December.
Oh, I'm so sorry for that.
I know this now. We were poor, then we become even poor
Yeah.
because now in Form 2, I could go back to boarding school. And in the boarding school, I was so happy because there at least I could not go to the garden. That's how hard we were really working. Yani, you all the life was just school, garden, and go to church because my dad could not, you had to attend church no matter what. That was not an option to say I'm not going to church. We were brought up in a Catholic church, so
That
we
was a
had to
good parent.
attend. Yes, we really had to go.
Mhm.
And so in Form 2, I dropped from boarding school and I came back home. And there now I became like a second dad to my younger sibling
Oh.
because that time I went to Form 3,
Mhm.
and then my brother, the sibling they are behind me, they are twins, a girl and a boy.
Mhm.
So the boy was on when I was on going Form 3, my brother was on Form 2, and the little one was on Form my sister was on Form 2. We are kind of just following each other. And then the last one from last, we made him go back again to class 7 like me because we were all lining up. So we went to high school on a mercy of bursary. The bursary that government
Yeah.
give us.
Yeah.
That's the one my mom was going to beg them all the time. You
I
know,
see.
we were back and forth from school. Essie, I can't even tell you how many days I went to school because when my mom now when I now started day school in Form 3,
Mhm.
I could, it was far away. Imagine we used to walk like 1 hour, 2 hours to school and 2 hours foot walking to school. Then, um, when that time my mom started hustling, like buying bananas from rural area and
Mhm.
taking it to Nairobi, and she could take those bananas to Nairobi, and then she will not come back. So uh, remember those times we didn't have a cell phone. It was only the person who
Yes.
had a landline in
Mhm.
our town center
Mhm.
where my mom could call from Nairobi and tell that person to, when he see me coming from school, to call me and give me probably rice or sugar or probably something to cook. So I will go home with it, cook for the other sibling. And remember, Elsie, sometimes maybe like on the following day, probably like a Wednesday, it's time to pick coffee.
Yeah.
So like barely I had to wake up in the morning, prepare the other kid to go to school, and be left behind. Go to the community, get some like 5 women to come help me pick coffee, and I don't know how that coffee will be taken to the factory and come back up. So that's how, that's how my life was.
So
And now,
basically, you became like the manager of your family. Now that
yes,
your dad passed on,
yes,
you
I
took
became like
over
a,
because your mama had to go and look for something for you.
yes, uh-huh. And remember the other sibling, they have to eat. My older sister, um, because when I joined Form 1, my sister got married.
Mhm.
So basically, I was like the big person in the house. It was really tough for me
It
because
was
most of
tough.
the time, either I'm home because my mom has gone to Nairobi, or I'll be home because of the school fees.
Oh my God.
So I
I
was
see.
just in out of school. Yes, I never enjoyed the life in high school.
That was sad.
I know. But anyway, it was kind of a lesson to me. It made me strong.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, it made me strong. Yes.
Okay. Wow. That's a very interesting story. And at the
Yes.
same time, it has the
Uh-huh.
sad part of it,
Yeah.
learning that you took over your dad's
Yes.
responsibilities because
Yes.
your mom, or this is
Mhm.
the way we should put it, your
Yes.
mom took over your dad's responsibilities, and now
Yes.
you had to put the shoe of your mom,
Yeah, I became like a
the
vice
deputy,
chairman.
the deputy
Oh,
to your
deputy
mom.
president. Yeah, yes, in a
Yes,
month.
and that was good of you because you helped
Yes.
her. She needed that help a lot, and
Yeah.
thank God you all made it. So
Yes, I
tell us
did.
about now, after growing up and now you're not in your mama's house anymore. What type of jobs did you do out there trying to make a life? The hustles.
Betty, I could be able to leave my mom easily because
Mhm,
I could imagine leaving her in that situation.
mhm,
Remember now, I left high school. My
mhm,
brother is in Form 4.
mhm,
My sister Form 2,
mhm,
Form 3.
mhm.
My brother Form 2, and the little one was a little bit behind my last born, our
Oh,
last born.
mhm,
So
mhm.
immediately I finished school. Can you believe it, Essie? I never knew people go to college. That's how life was to me.
Wow.
Because my mom was something else. My mom was telling us all the time, I work so hard, and each and every child of mine, they have to go to high school, to Form 4. So
Yeah.
I grew up knowing, so this is the power of the tongue, because I used to know that the highest level of education
Is
is
high school.
Form 4.
Mhm,
That's how I grew up, because my mom always used to say, every child will have to go to Form 4.
mhm.
So immediately I finished Form 4, but thank God to my mom, because she really struggles. She really struggles, and each and every my sibling, we all completed Form 4, because our community, most of them, our community, a lot of people, they didn't went to high school. A lot of them,
Yeah.
but it's not. But some of them, it's not their fault. It's because their mothers or the parents could not afford to take them. But
Oh,
some refuse anyway. But majority of them is the situation of the parents. But
yes.
my mom hustled on her own way.
Mhm,
So I did thank God for her. Then when immediately I finished high school,
mhm.
um, I I didn't have any idea to go to college. All I needed is to go and look for a job. So
Yes.
my first job, I immediately on January, I got a job at Embu. from Kirinyaga now I get a job at Embu. My auntie, sister to my mom, helped me to get a job at Embu in a agrovet. Somebody employed me in her agrovet. So that's where I went for few months. I didn't stay for a long time. Then that job ended, but it really helped me because I was making sure every single month I have to send money to my mom. So I started now quickly helping my mom to do shopping and take home, do shopping. When she is struggling on the other side, I'm struggling on the other side. So when that job ended, I came back home. But luckily, I have another auntie who was living in Nairobi. Um, she managed to get me a job at University of Nairobi. That was my second job. So I went there, started working there in 1998. But when I worked just only for 3 years, we were estranged. When you remember those years when the estrangement started.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was estranged when I was there. But that job now, when I started there, now that's where I started now helping my mom very well.
Okay.
But to go back again to where I was in rural areas, when I was in high school now, walking to school, coming back, I used to tell God, please, one day I would love to get a job in a big town like Nairobi. I used to miss people you to see to go to Uchumi and Nakumat. That was my dream because remember all my life I went to Nairobi one time with my dad to buy the water pump, with my dad just for one time. So it was so strange. So I was praying to God, I would love to go to Nairobi. But my dream came true, and that's how I went to Nairobi the second time. That I worked over there, but that job really helped me because I used to do shopping every month. I will go to me, buy those things like unga, rice, sugar, everything, and then put it in a big carton and go to room and send it to them like every single month. Because my job there in university was demanding. Um, I was a security lady. So that's the job I used to do. We were employed directly by university. Then after that, when they restrained us and they employed a security company from outside. That's how we were restrained.
Wow.
I struggled, but the goodness of that job, that's why I always say it was really good for me because I managed every year I was getting a loan, and now January I could take a loan, and then I go and pay the school fees for my sibling. That's how I survived now. Yes, yes. By the time the year end, I have already qualified to get another one, the school fees. So people used to ask me, the people who are on the same circle, the same section, they used to tell me, why do you work so hard and get loan? Why don't you go and buy a plot here? Why? Why?
Yeah.
Why? That's where those plots that time were very cheap. But imagine I could not even afford it because every single money I was really focused with my sibling to make sure they never lack. Yes.
So
Then from there,
all the money you are making was going to your
yes.
sibling school fees.
Yes, school fees and shopping to make sure they never lack something to eat, my sibling uniform, books, everything.
So at this point, I feel like I'm just talking with a hero, and your mama too is a big hero.
Yeah, she is. She is.
Yeah,
She is my hero. Yes.
I salute
Yes.
you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Essie. Yes.
You're welcome.
So from there, when the job ended, so I went, I couldn't stay in Nairobi. So I had to go back again home. But God was all on my side. Uh, from there, I hustle here and there. I hustle here and there. Then that's the time was I started in I'm trying to remember which one did I went first. Oh, in that house, AC,
Mhm.
I got into a relationship.
Wow. I
Yes, at
almost said
Nairobi.
congratulations.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
did. Then I went, I became pregnant.
Mhm.
Then from there,
Mhm.
I just saw myself by myself with my pregnant, and then I got a baby girl.
Wow.
Then from
A
there,
blessing.
yes, then from there, when I was pregnant, almost to give birth, I got a job
Mhm.
at mapping center. There is a place there in Nairobi.
Mhm.
It's kind of land close, not land close, but this government places, it was called mapping center,
Okay.
and they were paying me very well.
Wow.
So I went there to hold for a lady who went for maternity leave. So when she and me, I was only 2 months remaining to go get a baby. So 2 months again, the lady came back, but they requested me to stay
Wow.
and continue. But I told them, I'm so sorry, me too, I'm going to get a baby.
Wow.
It was something else. But anyway, I went home
Mhm.
and I stayed home with my mom and my aunties.
Mhm.
And I stayed home like 8 months,
Okay.
just nursing. Back there is no bill to pay. It's not like here.
Mhm.
So I stayed there when my daughter was 8 months.
Mhm.
I got a job now. That's the time Study House open.
Mhm.
And because, of my certificate that I got from University of Nairobi,
Mhm.
I got a job as Starehe Girls
Mhm.
to take care of the girls as a security to them.
Wow.
I was given a house, a very beautiful house, and now I'm here with my baby and the house girl, and I started life at Kiambu Starehe Girls.
Wow.
We were
You
the
were,
first one to open.
allow me to say this.
Yes,
I am only seeing a person, a
yes,
lady who has
yes,
a lot of favor.
yes.
Yeah.
I am. I am.
Mhm.
I consider myself a blessed. I think I have a favor from God.
Yes, you
Yes,
do. Not you think, you do. Yeah.
yes, I am.
Mhm.
Yes. So I was given, so all the others were boys. And then I was the only lady on security section. And my job was to take care of the girls and to make sure they are okay.
All right.
Then I stayed there.
Mhm.
Now remember, when I was in university, that's the time now I applied my green card. So I don't know where the story of green card will come in, but that's where I applied for green card when I was in university. Though when I was in Starehe, I received a letter that I have won the green card.
Hold on.
Yes.
You come from Kirinyaga,
Yes, Kerenyaga.
and we are right next to you, Nyeri.
Yes. Yes.
How did you come to know about green card? Because personally, I didn't
Yes.
know about green cards until someone told me about them.
And now remember, Essie,
Mhm.
I didn't tell people that I have a YouTube channel.
Mhm.
And the reason for me to have a YouTube channel is to educate people. My YouTube channel is just explain to people and educating them about green card stuff.
Mhm. Mhm.
So how I came to know about green card,
Mhm.
when I was in University of Nairobi working, my auntie was working somewhere in the Kencom there, not
Mhm.
Kencom, no,
Mhm.
on the way to Kenyatta Hospital, Upper Hill, somewhere there.
Yes.
She has an office there. From university to there, it was just a walking distance. So one day I walked over there at lunchtime, and
Mhm.
she said, "Oh, you know, here is there is this green card stuff. We need to apply it." So I'm like, Auntie, what is green card? Oh, I always pray for my auntie. She is such a darling to me.
Mhm.
I I always appreciate her.
Wow.
So she explained to me. She said, "Me too. I don't know what it is, but I was also told. But it's something you just apply, and then when you win, you can go to America and work over there.
Okay.
So that day we did feel it. The next time I went over there, she said, "Hiya." You know, she normally called me Nimo. Nimo, hey, you are back. We need to apply this thing again. So we took the form. She was a secretary.
Mm-hmm.
So she picked up the form, she fill it, and I fill it. And then she said, "Oh, you are even the one who will take it to post office at the GPO." So I said, "Okay." So we fill it to get my paper. I went to GPO and I posted it. That's how I came to know about the green card. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't have any vision to go to America. My auntie gave me that vision about America. Then guess what? When I posted it, we waited for the outcome, and my aunt won the first time.
Wow.
Yes, yes,
So, that is how you came to know about green cards, and that is
yes,
how
yes.
you came to be in America, to live in America.
Yes, because remember, as you said, I'm from Kirinyaga. We
Yes.
didn't have any TV.
Yes.
We used to have a radio at the end of the month when my dad come, because he used to come with the radio and go back with it. So my first time to see a TV, I saw the TV either when I go to visit my aunt at Embu, or when I go to when I went to Nairobi to stay with my aunt. That's the only time. So all my life I never see a TV. I never saw the TV. So
Wow,
there is
God
no
is
way I
good.
can. Mm-hmm.
Even with all that poverty back then
Yes,
and lacking a
yes,
lot, God
yeah.
still made sure that He will show you His goodness in the land of the living. What a good thing.
God is faithful, and
And
if
you're
you
not
trust
alone,
in Him, yes,
because I also
eh,
got to use a bathroom inside my house when I
uh-huh.
landed in America, when I had my first apartment. So you might think things are ugly on your side, but there are other
Hmm.
people who have experienced it, who have experienced them. So
Probably,
now you came to
probably,
America, you found yourself in America through green
yes,
card.
yes.
Was it easy for you to be able to raise the funds to process the green card?
Hi, yeah, 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 Hesty. That's a story.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can now imagine all those years I just worked, you can see all that store that all that area I was moving back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I don't even know if there is a bank. I didn't have any saving at all,
Yeah.
because even when I was employed as Starehegaos, I stayed there probably just 1 year. And that the minute I started at Starehegaos,
Mm-hmm.
my younger brother, the second from last,
Mm-hmm.
he got this police, what do we call it? Prison police
Mm-hmm.
at Roiro.
Mm-hmm.
So again, immediately now I started every single month. I used to go and visit him to the college, because remember, my mom, the other one, they could not afford to go from Kirinyaga to
Yeah.
come and see him.
Yeah.
And every time now, every end month, I will get my money, send some home to my mom, and the other one I send it to. I go visit my brother. When I go there, he don't have this, he don't have this. I remember one day, Essie, that's this how serious it was. I went over there with exact money. I was me and my sister, my little sister, and my baby. We went over there. My brother told us, I don't have any more money. So the money I have, I left it to him. Then we said, okay, this money will make us get to Nairobi. By the time we got to the stage, there
Mm-hmm.
at their gate,
Mm-hmm.
the car was so high. You know how they said Hawaii ripe? What do
Yeah.
you call it?
They charge according to the time.
Yes, to the
Mm-hmm.
time. So they charge like twice the money that we came with.
Yeah.
So I was stranded. So what I did, I had to call someone like my cousin. to come to meet us at where the money will end. Our money was ending at Kahawa. I
Yeah.
think that around about
Mhm.
like the Zimmerman, that's where the money was ending.
Mhm.
So we had now to stop there, and
Mhm.
that person come and meet us from there, so that we can get another car that will take us to Kiambu. From Kiambu, we go now to Starehe Girls.
So what year are we talking about? What year was that?
It was 2000. My daughter 2004. So it was 2005.
So is it the same year you came to America?
No, I came to America 2006.
2006.
Yes.
So can you tell us now you came to America and
Uh-huh.
you have told us it was through green card, because I was
Yes.
about to ask you a question. Why not
Yes.
Europe? Why not Canada? Why not
Yes.
Asia?
Yes.
Why did you choose America? But now I won't pose this question because you already said it was through green card.
Yes.
So
And
my
then
other question, can you tell
Elsie,
us
before we
about
go.
life in America now? You came from Kenya, and
Mhm.
we all
Yes.
know in
Yes.
America
Uh-huh.
everything is good. And
Yes.
I know even you, when you are boarding that flight, you knew for
Yes.
sure me
Yeah.
and problems kaput.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Out. Nah.
what happened when you
Uh-huh.
got to America? What was the experience? And
Yes.
take us through that journey.
Sure. I'll go very quickly because you asked me the question and I did return it. You asked me how I got the money to come. I
Mhm,
didn't have the money.
mhm,
So after I realized I want the green card, I organized some people, the family, close friends, and the friends helped me to get the money. So from there, I came to America very happy, and I knew at that moment all the problem I have is gone. I felt
yes,
so
no
good.
more.
I was so excited. Me
Mhm,
and my baby, we could wait. Get to that aeroplane, go to the embassy. People are no, not embassy, airport. People are crying. My mom, my sibling, and I was like, "Why are these people crying?"
I was asking the same. Why are they sad?
My mom was sad, but for me, I was so super excited because I'll be go start collecting these dollars and
Yes.
sending home, build my mom a good house, buy my mom a car, take my sibling to the best schools. No, by that time they were all complete, and it was our last born was going to college.
Mhm,
So
mhm,
I was super super excited. But anyway, finally I came over here,
mhm.
and life turned upside down.
So
But
when you say
luckily,
upside down, can you tell us to the better or to the worse?
yes, for the first one it was good because I thank God because I landed to my host who is my aunt. They made my life very easy and very quick. I moved very fast because
May
when
God
I
bless
landed,
them.
and I had a child. So you
Yes,
can
you
imagine
came
it's
here
me
with a
and my
child.
child. This child need a diaper. I didn't know. In back there, we were using nape. Nape is that what you call it in English?
Yeah.
That's what we were using. So
Mhm,
I came here.
mhm.
Everything is different. Now here is not nape. Here is diapers and wipes. And now it took a hand of God. I really appreciate my cousins and my aunts. Yes,
How old was your baby?
she was turning 2 years
Thank you.
because
Mhm,
we had to come quickly before she turned 2 years.
mhm.
So you can imagine,
Yeah.
I'm here in the house with a child. I don't have any job. Now my cousin has to chip in. Oh, thank you. How I appreciate that family.
Wow.
Who I
God
am
bless
here in
them.
America because of them. Yes,
Mhm.
yes. So that's how it was, Essie.
Can you tell me?
Yes,
I believe the reason as to why you said you had to come fast or
yes,
quickly because
yes,
the baby was turning 2 years. That is because
yes,
if she turned 2 years in Kenya, you needed
yes.
to pay extra air ticket.
Yes, because yeah, I could pay the same amount like mine. But if you
Exactly.
come before the child is 2 years,
Mhm.
the child you pay half the ticket, half the
Yeah,
money.
a little
Yes,
amount of money, not really half. It's below half.
yes, yeah. At
So,
least they will give you the discount. Yes,
so tell us, you are here,
mm-hmm.
you have a baby, a little baby, and in
Yes,
America, for sure, you have to work, and
yes,
you are by yourself, because at
yes,
some point you will have to
yeah,
move out from your host house and then go and
yes,
rent your house where you're gonna be independent, meaning you're
yes,
gonna have to come up with a plan of your own life without involving other people. Can
yes,
you tell us how you survived with a baby here in America? Because I know how hard that could be.
yeah.
Mhm,
I thank God because, as I told you,
mhm,
my hosts, my family, they were so kind to me. I stayed in their house. The first thing, they, how when you come here, you settle down, you get your ID, you get your social security, you get your driving. So after I got all that, um, the head of the family, who is my uncle, they took me to this school for PCA school, nursing school, to do my nurse aid certificate. That's where I
okay.
started.
Mhm,
So it was a course for just like 3 months. So I finished that, and they were helping me with the baby.
mhm,
And I didn't have one of the family would drop me to school, pick me up. The other one will stay with the baby.
mhm,
We coordinated very well because one of my cousin, the older one, she has a baby almost my
age.
baby's age.
Mhm.
Yes. So we could coordinate together.
Wow, may God
So
bless them.
yes, so I went and do that school,
Mhm,
and then by that time I'm going to school. I'm still doing the driving courses. So they also taught me how to do it. Mostly my aunt was the one who had a little bit time because the others were going to school, going to work. My aunt could the little time she got, she used to teach me how to drive.
okay.
So and that's how I settled so quickly, and immediately I finished the school because my family, most of them, like all of them, they are in nursing field. So they managed to get me a job very quickly,
Mhm,
and that's how I started. I got my job because I came 2006
mhm,
July,
mhm,
and by 2000 yeah, the same year on I think it was on October or November,
mhm.
I started the job. Yes. That's
Wow.
how quickly I settled. Yes.
God is good, and we thank God for His grace is sufficient to each and every
Yes.
person.
Yes.
And
Yes.
during any situation, the grace is always sufficient. So,
Yes. Yes.
you are in America and you have settled, you have found a job.
Yes.
Um, Moving forward, how
Yes.
has life been? And when you look back, what do you
Mhm.
what do you tell God?
I have so many things to thank God for.
Mhm,
First, for the family of my aunt who hosted me,
mhm,
and they made my life so comfortable and better.
mhm,
And then when I stayed with them for a short time,
mhm.
um, I decided, I can't live with them for,
Forever.
forever.
Mhm,
Yeah, I needed to settle.
mhm.
So I decided to take my daughter back home because I also wanted to go back to school.
Wow. Mhm,
Yes. So I requested them, and we agreed, and I take my daughter back home in Africa.
mhm.
And then I went to nursing school.
Wow.
Nursing school here is very tough.
It
So I
is.
went I started working on the weekend and going to school on Monday through Friday. It was really tough because remember back home they are still waiting for my help.
Yes.
And in that duration, when I was in second term, I
Mhm,
did first term, second term. On second term, my grandmother died. my younger
I'm
sister
sorry.
won a green card.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You lost one way and then God blessed you the other way.
Yes. So
Wow.
now things come crashing again. Remember when you won this green card, then you need so much money for embassy,
Yes.
for air ticket, for
Yes.
all that. So I had to drop from school.
So that you can go and make money to support her.
So yes, I went to drop school. I
Mhm,
went now look for two jobs. I was working as a CNA
mhm.
and I was working as a security guard. So during
So
the day,
two
mhm,
jobs,
yes,
full time.
no, not even two jobs. I worked three jobs. Yes,
Oh my God. Okay.
yes,
Mhm,
because one I was going from security one was Monday through Friday.
mhm,
I don't go from it was 2 to 10,
mhm,
and the night one was 11 to 7 in the morning.
mhm.
So I don't go this one in the morning, change from security clothes and put CNA clothes, and I got to the a nursing home to work. And the other one, I will work on the weekend.
So when you took your baby back
Yes,
to Africa and now you
yes,
joined nursing, and then
yes,
here we see your sister won
mm-hmm,
a green card and you had
yes,
to drop the nursing school that made you take back your baby, take
yes,
your baby back home. Did
mm-hmm.
you get her when you dropped the nursing school, or you just she just continued to live there as you hustle the money for the sister?
I could be able to bring her back because I had now because if I brought her, nobody could be able to help me. So I had to look for that money. Um, send it to my sister. But remember, my sister, when I came here, I took my sister to college. So I was still managing to pay for her college and at the same time help the other sibling. But now, when she was the green card, I have to look for that money because they need that money in a short period of time. They
Right.
have the need. So after now, I settled my sister, and my sister came after we finalized all that. My sister came 2011,
Okay.
and now I couldn't hold any longer staying without my child anymore.
Yes.
So when my sister came 2011, I traveled back home 2012 to go get my child back.
One question.
Yes,
I know you came here through green card. Before you
yes,
took your baby back home, did you file
yes.
for citizenship?
No, I filed for the citizenship when she was already in Africa.
So it didn't interfere with her status.
No, it did interfere with her status because I thought so. Because when she finished 3 years,
Uh-huh.
I was told that the green card is going to expire. And that's how now I panic and I started looking for the way to bring her back. But through the lawyer, she said no. As far as she is a child, there is no way the child's green card can be interfered. If it's me, it was okay, but they can cancel it. But for a child, no, it doesn't affect a child.
Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that. You have also educated me one thing.
Yes, yeah, it doesn't matter. Yes, me too. I panicked, but the lawyer said no because the child didn't like. It's not a choice for the child to be there. You
Right.
make the choice, so there is no way the green card of a child can be interfered. No.
Wow. I think you have a
Mm-hmm.
very big heart because I can see all the
Yes.
sacrifices that you have done, that you have made
Yes.
throughout your life, not even for
Yes.
yourself, but for your
Uh-huh.
siblings.
Yes.
May God always bless you
Amen.
because you're
Amen.
a great woman and I
Yes.
think you are a Jiwa, hard to fight.
Thank
So
you.
tell me
Thank you so
about
much.
now.
Mm-hmm.
You have settled in America, you have jobs, and your sister comes, and now you went back and got your baby.
Yes.
When you are here in America today, or
Yes.
even from there forward, are there
Mm-hmm.
challenges in America that you found that you never knew they really exist in America?
Yes. After that,
Mhm,
when my sister came and I went back home. Now I managed to bring my child back. Now life become harder. Remember that time I already now moved from my host. I'm living by myself. Where
Yes.
now my sister came. Now 2012, I have brought now my baby. Then after like 2 years, my sister moved to her place. Then now life become a little bit harder for me because my sister went to work a little bit far away from where I am.
Yes.
So it's me and my son, Betty. Sorry, I don't know why I keep on calling you Betty. It's Essie. I'm
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
You are calling me Betty. Maybe we look alike.
I'm sorry. It's Essie.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, life became so hard for me.
Because
Betty,
of daycare.
Essie, I almost went homeless in
Tell us about
America.
that. We need to hear that now. You almost went
Yes,
homeless in America.
I almost became homeless in America.
How did
Because
that
why?
happen? Mhm.
Yes. Now the baby is here. She has started because she came and started that grade. Now here the shift, you know how it is. This child has to go to school, and I have to go bring her back. But she could go with the bus, but now she has to meet somebody in the house.
Yes.
Now tell me which shift I'll work. For like 1 year, it was okay on that grade. Then on because I used to work 7 to 3. Now remember, I can't work that shift.
Yes.
From that, when she went that grade, then the fourth grade, she went 2 years. Then the 5 year, I took her to another school. It's called Harmony School. It's a charter school.
Mhm.
They don't have bus
Mhm.
because I was advised by someone that it's good schools. Later did I know that I will have a problem dropping her and picking her up.
Yes.
Now they don't have a bus, so I had to take this child to school, bring her, go pick her up.
Mhm.
No schedule could work for me. I have to look for these places you daycare.
Yes.
Daycare, they are so expensive.
Mhm.
The daycare they open, the one which was opening early was 6, and 6 I was supposed to be at work giving medicine. That's time I was doing medication and I was giving people medicine in
Okay.
assisted living
Okay.
because I went and I advanced a little bit.
Mhm.
Now it was unmanageable because I can't take her to the daycare. They were not open on time, and I have to drop her to school at 7:30. So I had to go and talk with the manager, the supervisor and that assisted living to give me. I started working only Saturday and Sunday. So I will work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Mhm.
And now my child now on Friday, Saturday, Sunday is another hassle. I have to start asking for somebody. And my baby comes at your house on this weekend. Can my child come this weekend? That's how life it was. It's a challenging life when you are here, when you are single.
So,
It's
life
very,
as a single mother almost
yes,
made you to be homeless because you couldn't make it to go to work or to work as you are supposed to in order to come up
yes,
with all your bills.
yes, because the house was so expensive.
Mhm.
I could do 2 jobs. The jobs that I was making, the money was only enough for the house. So I started using credit cards. I
Oh my
started
God.
using credit card. I couldn't pay back. The
Yes.
interest started growing, 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 growing. Huh? So and then luckily after I struggled like 2 years, I got a lady who was just living in a Kenyan lady who
Mhm.
was living in the same community I was living. Oh no, I moved from that place.
Mhm.
I went to another apartment.
Mhm.
Luckily, there was a Kenyan there, a Kenyan. So she was a friend to me, and my daughter became very close friend with her daughter. So that's how now they started visiting each other. that lady could now take my daughter on Friday,
Mhm.
and then I could be able to work now comfortably and another day. So that's
Wow.
how I started. But I was just going debt my friends. I had to borrow my friend this month. Please help me with $200. I
Oh
don't
my
go to
God.
another friend. Please help me to 200. The next month, oh my sister, please help me with this kind of money. So I really struggled. I used to cry. Yes, I used to cry.
Uh-huh.
I was so no so thin. I was even like having depression or something. I don't know because my headache and it was horrible. I could just see that I was getting thrown away from the apartment. Yes,
So basically, you became a beggar at some point because you couldn't even be able to come up
yes,
with money to
yes.
support yourself.
Yeah, because the credit card, remember, it went on top. I could
Yes.
be given, it went maximum. I couldn't go there. So now I became a beggar to my friends.
Oh my God.
I then called for my friends because they never turned me down. Because some of the money, Betty, I see, I could be able to manage myself. But remember, still, my mom back home, she's still waiting for me.
Yes.
Yes. And other brothers and sisters, even though they were big, they could not be able to handle their life. I had to chip in and to help them.
And for all this time, what state were
Yes.
you living in?
I was here in Texas. I never moved from Texas,
Mhm.
but where I used to live, life was a little bit better. And then I stayed there for all my time until my I moved there
Mhm.
when my daughter joined high school.
When your daughter went to high school.
Yes, but now when my life became a little bit better, I left job from assisted living. I went to work in a hospital.
Mhm.
But remember still,
Mhm.
that time the life
Mhm.
was horrible for my life. I never see any happiness, you know. I never get enjoy my life because um the only single time I had is to go to work. That's all I had with me. So when I got a job in the hospital, one of my friends is the one who helped me because every Monday she could go take my daughter to school. Because remember, I work at night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but at least the money in the hospital was a little bit better. I could now manage to pay bill here. But remember, I started paying my friend back, paying the credit and all that.
Can you give
So
that lady a shout out, please?
she,
Can you just mention her name because I think she's an angel.
I don't know whether she'll be comfortable doing that
It's
for
okay.
now.
She
Yes,
knows herself.
they were two friends of mine. They
Uh-huh.
were two friends. They were just precious. God sent them. The other one will get my baby.
Uh-huh.
Probably I can mention them.
Yeah.
One was called Winnie.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for that lady.
God bless
She
you,
the
Winnie.
whole year, Winnie, she know herself. She helped me every Monday. She could take my daughter to school because remember when I work on Sunday, I could not come home on time to take her to school
Yes.
because I'm supposed to clock in at work at 7 in the morning, and the child needed to be school at 7:30. So she'll come get my baby ready and take her to school on time. And now because she used to work 2 to 11, so then I'll come and now go pick her at 3. Then another angel who I respect even today, she knows herself. She's Elizabeth. She's called
Elizabeth, we
Elizabeth.
salute you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Elizabeth, she was now another step because she will go and pick my daughter on Thursday, go with my daughter to her house. My daughter will spend the night at her house on Friday.
Uh-huh.
And then on Saturday, Friday, take her to school on Friday for me. Then I'll come and pick her from school on Friday. And then another one called Mary. Now she's the one who will keep her on Saturday and Sunday.
Wow.
So I had three friends. I will never forget those friends. Even today, we are so close to them. I thank God. I pray to God for them because they made my life better here.
Wow.
The time I almost went homeless, they came to my rescue. So
Wow.
Winnie, Elizabeth, and Mary, I salute you.
Winnie, Elizabeth, and Mary, we salute
Yes,
you and may God bless you so much for being nice people,
yes,
for being kind, for
yes,
allowing yourself, choosing to be just to show humanity. Because that
yes,
is why we say showing
yes,
humanity.
yes,
They made your life easier.
yes,
They saved you from becoming homeless.
yes, yes. They are the one who helped me from becoming a homeless.
May
I
God bless
was
them.
so close. Yes,
May God bless
because
them so much.
yeah, because if they didn't come on my way, there is no way I could make it because
You
there is
couldn't.
no schedule that was working with my child's schedule.
My God.
So I was getting job, but there is no job who could work on me. Yes,
So may people hear this clearly that in America there are a lot of jobs, but
yes,
still you can be homeless because you are not able to go to work. Why?
yes,
In
yes,
America, you have to show up to work for the 8 hours
yes,
for you to get paid. You have to
yes,
be there physically,
yes,
and not just physically and working.
yes. And because remember, you have so many bills. You have electricity bill, you have house apartment to pay, you have internet bill, you have phone bill. You know,
Insurance.
what you need to eat, you need the fuel for your car.
Mhm.
So all the you have to pay for your car insurance.
Yes,
So you have so many bills to pay. So if you don't go to work even a single day,
yes.
that one single day or 2 days, it might take you to be homeless here.
I understand you, and I know where you are coming from. Oh,
Yes,
being in America as a single parent with a little one, it's hard and it's
yes,
very hard. And back home, people might not
hmm,
understand the hassles that
yeah,
people go through when they come to America because we all know, or even you, before you came to America, all you could know about America or talk about America is money.
yes,
But little do we know that for you to get that money in America, you have to work for it. Every single
yes,
dime, you have to
no,
work for it. But we thank
yes,
God. So when you look back and
yes,
see all the struggles that you've been through since
yes,
when you are at the village supporting your
yes,
siblings, and now God brings you to America, and instead of coming here to enjoy, challenges
hmm,
got you because you
yes,
had a little one to raise and
yes,
you couldn't work as you could want. Right now I know you are stable, you are
yeah,
stable,
hmm,
you stabilized, but
yes.
what do you tell God when you look back? What do you have to say?
Um, I well, what I have to say to God is thank you so much for bringing me in this country. Because when I look back, when I came, how we were back there, it made me work so hard. And when I came here, I managed to make them stable. I managed
Amen.
to to take my sister to college
Mhm.
and to help my other sibling, my two brothers
Yes.
and a sister,
Mhm.
because the other one came over here.
Wow.
So when I look back where they are
Mhm.
and how I helped them, how I raised them up,
Mhm.
I sit back and I say, thank you, God, for bringing me this country. Even now I'm not really stable at the moment, I can
Mhm.
say I'm 100 stable
Mhm.
because I'm still trying so hard to clear off all those debt I had in the bank and all that.
You
But at
will.
least
You
I
will.
thank you, God, because I'm not lacking something to eat or drink. When my daughter asks for something, at least I can be able to provide.
Yes.
And and I also managed to bring my mom here. You
Wow,
know.
that's another question I had for you.
Yes.
Maybe it's even a compliment. You did great to make sure your mother ended up here
Yes.
because she toiled. She worked
Yes.
so hard for you and your siblings when your
Yes.
father passed on. She really
Yes.
tried hard for a woman
Mm-hmm.
back then to be able
Yes.
to stand and say, you know what, all my children, I'm going to send them to school no matter what, even
Yes.
though the highest they're going to go is high school. That was
Mhm.
great because you used the same certificate to bring you here through green card.
Yes.
So
Yes.
thank you so much for bringing that woman here, that lady, that mom.
Yes.
And maybe I should even say thank you on her behalf, because you did great, because now she can, at least she can enjoy with
Yes.
peace.
Yes. She is so
Yes.
happy.
So you said when you are trying to survive, let's call it
Mhm.
surviving,
Yes.
you put yourself into so much debt through credit cards,
Yes.
and up until today you still pay for those
Mhm.
debts.
Yes. Yes. I'm still struggling. I can't say I'm struggling because
Yeah.
at least I can manage to pay now comfortably. Because remember, I didn't use that much, but the interest went so high
Yes.
because I used to pay like if I was supposed to pay like hundred like $50, I could go pay like $70. It will go through, and then I'll go and use it again.
Oh my God.
You see, I
Yes.
don't pay like it today. Then the following day, I will go now use it to fuel my car or buy something to eat. As there is so many times I went most of the time without knowing what am I going to eat. And in some ways or reasons, I don't know how my friend Winnie was noticing that I don't have something to eat. And Winnie will just come from anywhere and she will just say, oh, I just come to visit you guys, and she will bring everything I needed. I didn't know how she was just knowing that I need something
Wow,
at the
that
moment.
almost got me crying. I didn't know
Yeah.
my tears are that close. But I can understand you, because I know how
Yes.
surviving as a single mom, as a
Mm-hmm.
single parent in America, it is very hard,
Yes.
and you are
Uh-huh.
too close to becoming homeless.
But you know what? For me, for now, I cannot cry
Yes.
because remember, as I told you, I used to cry and cry. When I remember back home, my mom still need me. My other siblings still need me. Now I'm here. I'm really struggling so bad. I used to cry until one day I said, you know what?
Mhm.
There is this guy, his song really motivated me. Don't cry.
I know.
Don't make me cry
That got
because
me my nerve.
cried.
I'm
I
so
cried
sorry.
until I cried until the last drop ended, and I said, I listened to this song of this guy who said, "Dikolera regi."
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? You know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Kiama Maru. He's the guy from my home area.
Yes.
He used to sing that Dikolera regi. So I told God, I have done so much. Because even when I came over here, there was a guy where I used to work studying girls. I helped him. He wanted to do a wedding, but he could. I helped him. I helped even the neighbors. Because my neighborhood back home they are not very well. So I used to help them. So it came a point I said, God, I'm tired of crying. At your own time, will bless me. I'm not going to cry again.
The
Now,
reason as
even
to why
if
it
I,
got me is because I know people don't know that in America, when
yes,
it gets hard, it's
yes,
really hard for you, because
yes,
you just get into your house and nobody knows
mhm,
what is going on.
yes,
And the people around you, here in America, it's very
uh-huh,
hard for people who don't know you to come knocking to your door, maybe wanting you to become their friends and stuff. So
yes,
sometimes you can struggle really hard in America, and
mhm,
people back home, or they think you are well,
yes,
and sometimes they think you are not even helping them because you don't
imagine,
want, but
uh-huh,
sometimes it's because you can't. And the fact that they know you have money, nobody bothers
yes.
to check on you to ask you if
No,
anything is wrong.
no. all they called you about is about money, nothing else.
Wow,
And
that was
you
a
know how
sad
what it
story.
was? Let me tell you before you get out from your sadness.
Uh-huh.
You know, when I got a job, you
Mhm.
know, if you don't stay strong, the devil just look on the way to venture onto your life. When I got that job at the hospital, that's even now I'm working. Coming home, I got an accident.
Oh my God.
And I was, you know, somebody came and hit me so bad. And I was thrown far away, and my car turned back to where I was coming from. And the ambulance came, the fire truck came, they checked on me, and they said they had to take me to the hospital. And I told them I'm not going. They
Why?
tried to beg me. They could see I was hurting on my hip. Even today, I can't even drive far away. My back hurt so bad. Because
Sorry,
the reason
sorry.
I refuse is because remember here when you go to the hospital, I knew they don't take me to the hospital. Then they will say that I need to relax, like they don't give me like 1 month to do right duties and to start going to therapy. And I knew if I don't go to work, I don't have enough PTO to put. So what am I going to do with my bills?
So you were hurt. You had an accident, a bad one.
Yes,
You got
yes,
hurt, but
yes,
you couldn't go to hospital because you didn't want them to admit you, and then you would have to
yes,
work and get
yes,
money for your bills.
yes. And I knew if I go to that hospital, they will tell me you can't go to work. You have to stay home like 1 month or depending. And remember, therapy will clear you before you go to
Yes,
work.
yes.
So I was like, if I go there now, what am I going to do? I had to survive with the taking ibuprofen and a leaf, for pain pills. And
So
my back since that time got messed up.
you avoided the hospital so that you won't be restricted to work.
Yes. And remember, it's a new job.
It's a new job.
Yes.
How did you survive now with the, because I know maybe your back was hurt so bad, and that can catch up with you later in life. Like,
Yeah.
when was
It,
that? How many years
uh,
ago?
it was like almost like because I moved here over 5 years. So it was like almost now 7 years
Wow.
because I have been here for almost 5 years. And it was when I was on the other apartments when I
Other than the
started
back
work.
pain.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
I started work on that hospital 2016. So at the end of, because I got probably it was 2017 after working there for like a year because I started 2016 on October and the accident was on March 2017.
So, can you tell me how you were able to cope with the pain and work at the same time? Was it easy? No.
For that time, it was not that bad.
Mhm.
I could manage it with the pain pill. But now, as the years start going on and on, you know, as a PCT, that's the work I do in the hospital, we
Mhm.
move a lot. And sometimes we bed to pick patient,
Yes.
you know, moving, you know, side to
Mhm.
side. So it kind of bothers me when I bed or I sit down for a long time, or if I drove like a long distance, like 2 hours, I just feel it hurting. So I just manage it with the pain medicine. But because I don't like to take medicine, I went and now these days I go to see chiropractic. That's where I go, or a massage. So at least I feel at least a little bit easy. The chiropractic is still working on my back and my hip.
Wow, life can't get more harder. When it gets to a point you have to choose between your bills and your health, and you pick your bills, I can
Yes.
only understand how far
Mm-hmm.
worse things were. But we
Yes.
thank God that you are here today and you can be
Yes.
able to talk
Yes.
about this so that you can open some few people eyes that think America
Yes.
is just the land of milk and honey, Yes,
Yeah.
it is. The milk is there and the honey is
Mhm.
there, but
Yeah.
now fighting or digging to get the honey, the
Yes.
milk, to harvest it,
Yeah.
to harvest the honey and to get the milk, it takes a
Mhm.
lot.
Yeah.
So looking back, have you ever regretted being in America? Once.
Not at all. Not at all, because I can see what it has done for my life,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's not completely on my side.
Mm-hmm.
At least I have managed to do something. At least I can see the help I have helped my people back home,
Mm-hmm.
my family, and even my neighbors
Mm-hmm.
and my friends, some of my friends. And because most of my family members, even the extended family members, I mean, like my uncle, my grandmothers, they look upon me, and I can see how I have helped them.
Wow.
Then, when I now see where my daughter is now, she's finishing high school.
Yes.
The goodness of here, you don't have to pay the school fees for high school and elementary, primary
Yes.
school.
Yes.
Then I can see I managed to bring my sister here, my little sister.
Mm-hmm.
I managed to bring my mom. They are happy. At least they can work. When I look back, I don't regret at all because here, the goodness of here, even if I struggled, there is job opportunities.
Yes.
Job are there. It's only that I was struggling because I didn't have like enough help. It's not like Africa where you get a house girl or where you can be able to employ a nanny. Here it is so hard to,
Yes.
you can't afford it anyway.
Right.
But I cannot regret it. I can't, I'm so happy being here. And that's why I'm educating people. And I can be able to stand with the single mothers because the single mothers who has contacted me, I have managed to explain to them, when you come here with a child, you need to look, you have to do this. Look the area where there's close to school. You can take your child at this school, at this area. This is the place where, if you live at this place, you can be able to see the ladies or nannies where they live. This area, you
Yes.
can find them. Like the
Yes.
area I'm living now, to see a nanny is so difficult, you know. So at least I have experience or that I can be able to help somebody to tell them, hey, if you have a child, you are single, this is the place to live, this is the area you can stay comfortably, and this is where you can work. Yes.
And the experience you went through, it
Mm-hmm.
gave you a lesson. Like now
Yes.
today you can handle, or you can
Yes.
even be able to welcome someone in your situation or guide
Yes.
them or tell
Yes.
them, hey, like you said, you cannot do this, you can do this is better, this will fit
Yes.
you, this
Yes.
won't. So
Yes.
in every calamity there is a
Yes.
blessing,
Yes.
and we thank God because now you know more. Even though you
Yes.
suffered, at least there is something you know that you didn't know back then,
Yes.
and you can always save a person before they get there.
Mhm. Yes.
So your story is very moving. In fact, it got me emotional because I can't imagine how much food we have in America, and
Yes.
someone can go hungry. And
Yes.
it
Yes.
is very, very, very easy to find yourself there. But we thank God because He has His own people. God will
Yes.
always provide His own people. He will command them to do
Yes.
His work because God works through people. And that's why He
Yes.
sent you those three ladies to come and rescue you before you could go homeless. You could become
Yes.
homeless in America.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And God also has been seeing your effort in helping your siblings, helping your relatives. So it is not in vain that you do that.
Yes.
One day, one day, it will
Yes.
come to pay you.
Yes.
Yes, and you will look back and say, yes, Lord, now I now understand why I was going
Yes.
through all this. It is
Yes.
because you wanted to beautify my life at a time
Yes.
like this.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. So
Mm-hmm.
I even don't have words to continue with this because I
Yeah.
feel like your story has weight. And the
Yes.
reason I am saying so, I
Mm-hmm.
understand some part of it. So
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I really do. What would
Mhm.
you like to tell someone who is in Africa, and they
Yes.
would think America is just where you don't have no challenges, you just come here and things will drive themselves? How would you prepare them?
What I can tell them,
Mm-hmm.
you people who are in Africa, not even Kenya,
Mm-hmm.
anywhere in Africa,
Mm-hmm.
um, America is good.
Mm-hmm.
America is good. That's why we are here. Because if it's not good, we could
Mm-hmm.
not be here. We could be
Yes.
right back in Kenya
Mm-hmm.
or other part of Africa. What I can tell you when you are there, be kind to the people who are in America. When you call them to ask them for money, please be kind. If they tell them, if they tell you, we tell you we don't have, please understand us. Don't feel bad that we don't send you money. Even as we did struggle so hard. If we have it, we can be able to help you. But even remember, our families still also look upon us. Um, we share with them. We also share with the community if we get blessed. So what I can tell, if you get a chance to get from Africa to America,
Mm-hmm.
not even America, you just get out of Africa and go like to Europe, those places. It's good. Go to Dubai, go to Australia, come to America, go to Britain, those places, the goodness of them. But I normally talk about America because that's where I am right now.
Right.
All I
Yes.
know is Kenya and America.
Yes.
America, they have so much opportunities
Oh
of
yeah,
job.
a lot.
Any corner you go, they even like now, as you are witness,
Yes.
you go everywhere, stores, factories, hospitals, they are just begging for people to go and work.
Yes.
So that's the main reason I keep on begging people, please, if you get a chance, come here in America. You can work and work any kind of money. You can live the life you want. You can buy as many cars you want. You can build what any kind of a house you want to build in Africa. You can be able to do that. So there are so many. I can just tell you, look the way out. The way I normally teach on my YouTube channel is about green card because that's what I know.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can need any help with that, you can just always ask me. You can always go to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is called Bint Karuga.
Mm-hmm.
There you can go through my story. You can be able to get all the story I was talking about. Please wake up, Africa, travel out, and you can see all these wonders we see here in America. Trust
Oh,
me, you come here in America, you can never lack because it's the work. You work until you don't want to hear anybody telling you to go to work because you jobs are so many here in America.
yes.
Yes,
Okay. As we come to the close of this show, I would want
yes,
to ask you 5 questions. They
hmm
are called 5 me questions. And after this, you're gonna give us your Facebook handle, your Instagram, your YouTube, and TikTok if you happen to have one, and any
yes,
other social media platform that you would want to share with people so that they can
uh-huh,
follow you there and they can also subscribe to your YouTube channel. Please, guys,
yes,
I beg you, in the name of God,
mhm,
subscribe to Binti Karuga YouTube
yes,
channel. Let's support her.
mhm,
You have heard her story, and someone who shares their own story is someone who is bold. And you are that woman who is very bold. And through all what you have gone through, it is enough evidence that you are even going very far. And God will do you so many great things in your life. Just, just wait. That is all I can tell you. Just wait. It is not in vain that you have done all that
mhm,
work that you have been doing. God sees it all, and God will never forget something good you did somewhere. He will repay you. So let's go. Let's jump right into the 5 questions. And the first
mhm.
one, I would ask you, would you prefer a local vacation or flying out?
I like to travel, so I'll say flying out.
Okay. Would you prefer? I know you are single, but this is something I ask everyone. It doesn't
Uh,
matter your status. Would you
uh-huh.
prefer a church wedding or a traditional one?
A church wedding.
Great. Our third question. Would you prefer cold or warm drinks?
I like warm drinks.
Shy. Okay.
Kashmir.
Would you prefer a luxurious car or just a basic car?
I'm not fan of cars, so I prefer a basic car.
Okay. Um,
Mhm.
would you prefer homemade food or eating out?
I prefer home food because I like to cook my own food.
That makes the two of us on that point. So, can you go ahead and give us your handles? What is your Facebook handle, Instagram handle, and most importantly, your YouTube?
My YouTube channel
Mhm.
is called, when you go YouTube, just search Bint Karuga.
And I'm gonna attach that link here.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And then YouTube, my Facebook is Priscilla Kimodo. That's my Facebook account. And then if you can, you can message me there, or you can email me. You can use I can spell it P Kim, like PKIM 4014 at gmail.com. I don't have
Oh,
a TikTok. I just
okay.
joined YouTube. So many things. I don't even know how to handle them. I don't even how to handle TikTok. Even Facebook is very rare to see me, but I'm just trying. I'm just trying.
You get
Yeah.
there. You will get there.
Yes. Yes.
So let's wind up this story. It was so
Yes.
inspiring. At the same time,
Yes.
some part of it was sad, but we thank God because when we combine all of it, all we can see is the goodness of God.
Yes.
So may we
Hmm.
say thank you to all our viewers here. I kept
Yes.
on bringing your messages on the screen because I
Yes.
couldn't be able to read them because I wanted her
Hmm.
story to flow. I didn't want
Yes.
to interrupt. So
Yes.
that's why I didn't read all the messages, but
Hmm.
they will be appearing on the screen as the story will be running. So
Hmm.
guys, just bear with me so that we can give her story good flow.
Hmm.
All right. So
Yes.
thank you so much for all of you who've been here.
Hmm.
We don't have enough words because I can see there are 31 people and they were even more than that. May God
Hmm.
bless you so much, and
Yes.
let's see you when you see us on the
Mhm.
next video on our YouTubes. Don't
Yes.
forget to subscribe, share,
Yes.
comment, ask
Sure. Yes.
anything.
Hmm.
You can also reach me through my Facebook, Esiwakago, YouTube, Esiwakago, Instagram, Esiwakago, uh, Gmail account, esiwakago at
Mhm.
gmail.com. I go by
Yes.
one name all through.
All
So
through. Okay.
here it's at night, and can you tell them good night? I mean, it's morning to most of the people,
Yeah.
but here in America, it's a good night. So maybe you can
It's
say good
good.
night to Americans and
Yeah.
good morning to the other side of the world.
So as we wind up, I want to thank you, Essie, for giving me this platform.
You are
I
welcome.
can't thank you enough. I really appreciate you, your kindness, your time, and your interview. I really appreciate you. For Americans, thank you for watching. You may have a wonderful, wonderful night. Those who are in Africa, it's morning time, right? Yes, it's morning time now. May you have a wonderful, wonderful day. We thank you. We love you so much.
God
Kwaheri.
bless you,
Mhm.
God increase you, and may the
Thank you.
grace be sufficient
Yes.
for you.
Thank you.
And
Amen.
may we wind up now Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, and subscribe again to her YouTube channel. When you are done there, you can come to mine and subscribe. I'm not selfish. You first
Thank you.
subscribe to her and then you subscribe to
Yes.
me if you haven't yet. And bye bye for now. May God keep you safe. Don't ever forget to keep on keeping on. That's our motto here.
Yes.
Yes.
Giving on, giving on.
All right.
Yes, thank you.